my goodness. I have no more Sprite, and I don't have more Coke to drink. So I'm just going to have to drink regular water. Not true. I'm going to be drinking Dasani water. But you guys didn't come here for reviews of water. You came for reviews of pens. Let's back this up. Now, what is this? This is another Jinhao pen. I have quite a few of these that I've come across, and I think we should take a look at them. First things first, this is how it came. Even though it came in a box, this box sucks. This presentation sucks. I hate it. I don't like how it feels. Like you can see, even from the side, how much it's sticking out. So this is what the young kids like to call bad presentation. I feel I'm cool enough to say that. Ugh, and the worse the presentation gets on this bag, but like I can kind of see it. This is actually kind of heavy. Okay, so the idea is, now that I see this in here, the idea is to slip the pen in here and I guess push a card, obviously, because you're not going to give this present to, you're not going to give up this pen to somebody like this. So let's drop that there. And let's take a look at this. It's a Jinhao pen, I believe. Oh, wow. Look at this. First things first, which I notice. Let's focus in on that. Lettering. Can you see that lettering? There you go. Look at that. So it just says Jinhao on this. And as you can see, so what this is a snake pen, a snake fountain pen. So something I've been noticing with all my pens is if they have animals on it, the eyes are actual gems. That's actually a nice touch. You see that? So with this snake, this is a cobra, right? This is a cobra, I believe. With this cobra, like its eyes are red, and with this other snake, its eyes are green. If you remember the Dickywen pen that I reviewed a while back, I liked how it had the raised edges on the top, but what I didn't like is like the pattern cut off, so you could see the seams. So it kind of just brought me out of the presentation. With this one, not so much. So this one looks like it wraps all the way. So let's just quickly start here from the snake part. Yeah, you see it goes around, then up again. Oh, then it goes under that part, and then around here, and then it twists again up here. So the snake is one whole piece. That's really cool. And we got another snake that's right up here. So like, yeah, we go up right here. We go up that way, and again, we're going under him. Then he decides to make that U-turn. So the pattern of the snake, I think, is basically the same. So if I was to make a guess, they mold both of these pieces. So they mold both of these pieces the same way, and I guess you just slip the plastic piece right in here. Nothing really much to say about this top. Do I open it? Nope. I can't open it from there. But, okay, you guys remember the cartoon Aladdin? Like the cartoon movie, not the live action one? Which, side note, the live action one is not that bad. Like, people are giving it too much flack. But, like, I saw it. I laughed. It had jokes. Will Smith wasn't that bad. But back to that. This looks like the staff that Jafar had in the Aladdin movies, don't you think? This looks really, really neat. So, all together, super solid build. Let's open it. So, it's not a pull. It's a twist. So we're going to twist this open. We're going to focus in a little bit more. Okay, so we do have a nice fountain pen. Let's actually put this one aside and let's just take a look at this piece again, just on its own, just to see if there's anything that we're missing on it. No, it's pretty much a classic inside. And man, I really like how this feels. This piece feels super solid right here. This feels super solid. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's just keep that one right there for the moment. Let's pull this out here. So as always, let's focus in on this nib. Can you see the details? I want to focus in a little bit more on these details. There you go. Look at that. That's like, it's not bad. I like, as you can tell, the two-tone that you have on here. Now it says Jinhao on it, and it says F obviously for fine. This pen, this nib here. Can you see how it's pressing on my finger? This looks like it's pretty sharp. If I were to go like really fast, I could hurt myself. Now, again, as I mentioned before, oh gosh, I forget her name. I'm going to put a note as to who mentioned this in the chat for me. Like, again, can't help you guys enough. Thank you guys enough for being so helpful. I really appreciate you guys. But they told me that this means the number, like, I guess based on the width of the pen. Yeah, not really much to say about this grip here where you're holding. It just looks like standard grip. How much do you want to guess that it's another piston one that you twist? I bet it is. Going, yes. Okay, but as you can see here, it does say Jinhao on it, right? That is actually a pretty dope touch. Pretty cool. if I were to say so myself. Shout out to the poor typist that was noticing something in my videos. So he noticed that I wasn't getting much ink inside here. So like when I would draw ink, it would only fill out to here. And he said to just constantly do it back and forth, right? Just to like get the airflow going. So shout out to the poor typist and watch his channel as well. It's really cool. He's really cool. I like his videos as well. Can this come out? Yeah. So this looks like a standard this looks like it's just a standard refill. Nothing special about it. I like the standard refills. Now, in terms of rubber, now see, that was really easy to pull out, which makes me wonder, like this has to come in tight because I fear this to be leaking. If I'm drawing ink and I accidentally pull that, and that's going to be a giant mess. One thing I actually do noticing as well is right up here. Again, the people that watch this and mention stuff, please excuse me, tell me. If I'm going to make a guess, I'm going to say it is the actual Jinhao logo, because that's what it looks like. Yeah, looks like their logo. And as you can see on the nib with the two-tone, that's their logo right here as well. So yeah, let's say it is a logo. It is their logo. It looks like two bulls or two donkeys being traveled, being like bringing somebody along on a giant wheel. But this actually looks neat, and we are going to get some ink. So let's put this aside here. Again, we're just using a Parker ink. I want to just completely get rid of it. You can't really tell, but it's like up to here. It's about halfway. I don't keep my pens filled completely. I just fear of having them clogged. I really want to find a cleaner way to clean off these pens or clean off this ink. How much are you going to bet I can keep my hands completely clean? Oh, I can't completely keep them clean. No, that's from a different pen. Okay. So, as mentioned before, what I'm supposed to do is do this a few times to get all the ink that I want in the pen. So, I'm going to dip it in here. There you go. You know what? It's not completely full, but it's more full than I've ever had before. Again, I'm still looking for suggestions on the best way to like clean some of the ink off when like you first load it. As you can see, or maybe that's just a habit, right? So, I'm just going to push a little bit down. Okay, let's do some writing on these. Okay, so initial thoughts. I can feel this scratching, and I think that's due to it being like really fine. But like I can feel it scratching the paper. Like this nib is just scratching. Like I think you can actually hear it. And I don't like that. I don't think I like how that feels. So if I were to make an educated guess, I'm gonna say it's due to this extra fine nib, like I was saying earlier, and maybe like this fine nib is not for me. Perhaps I would like something that's just a little bit wider. The Fully One pen and the Dicky One pens that I tried was really great, but like this Jinhao one, initially, no, thank you. That's just not for me. Okay, let's just try some cursive then. Okay, so for some of you guys that didn't know, I live in Utah, and it snowed really hard yesterday. Really hard for like one day. And now everything's back to normal. I'm originally from Canada, so I'm not used to these consistent on-off days because since I moved to Utah, I have not needed to wear a coat. I don't own like a coat because it's so warm compared to Canadian climates. But man, this morning I was like, I don't want another repeat of day of yesterday, so I brought a coat. And then the weather was totally fine. I was like, what the heck? Anyways, that's just a little bit of information about me while I draw these colors right here. So basically, this isn't this. No, it wins way more on presentation. Like way more. Way more. I'm not getting consistent like flow that I want. Like this way, I'm going ever so lightly for this to work out. And again, the Fully One pens, even though I know I need to upgrade my paper, but the Fully One pens were doing the same thing in terms of the bleeding on the ink. So I don't think you can really zoom. I can't zoom in anymore, can I? That's the best I can do. So let's see. If I draw a J, yeah, I can even see it from here, spreading out a lot more, which I don't really like. And again, how does this feel? Well, you know what? This is going for just presentation, really, and I feel the build of the pen is an afterthought. Like when it's closed, that's what they were going for. But for actual writing, it's kind of just like standard in the middle. Similar to Maseratis. So like Maseratis are owned by Toyota. So like you'll see inside Maseratis, they're all Toyota parts, like the steering columns, the wheels, the you know, the little things to make your signals go, the up and down window buttons. They're all from like Toyota hatchbacks and Camrys, which brings you out of the presentation. This, I feel, is kind of the same way. Like this piece right here, kind of standard plastic. I would kind of expect it to be like this gloss plastic, the way the snake is wrapped around it, but it's not. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Again, grip is a big thing for me too. Like when I want to hold something here, I want to make sure it grips so it can write well. This, it's just like the plain oval. There's no ridges. There's no rubbering side on here, so you can't use this for an everyday pen. What am I going to say about this? Presentation is top notch. Presentation looks really, really cool, right? And I think if you want a pen like this, you're getting this pen for presentation. I think this is another one to have in your collection. I'm gotta really wonder, do Jinhaos actually make pens that are going to be good for actual use, or are they just going to be nothing but presentation makers? Because if that's the case, then I will start investing in more Jinhao pens just because I want to see their presentation, right? And I think that's it for this review. Again, I want to shout out to all the people that are being helpful in the comments. I really like it. I'm learning a lot at the start of all these pens, and I hope to review more.